Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading. Hope you guys are doing well today, August 7th, 2024. This will be our chart lesson for today on the 2000 Tick Chart. As you can see, pretty bearish day. Pre-market session, we had a little bit of a rally up even according to market open here. After that, we sold off here at the later part of the day and for majority of the day. That being said, marked the swing low and the swing high, as you can see, and it has respected it near the end of the day. So we're going to get into the chart review, check out the trades, and go from there. Okay, so pre-market session, you have this leg up here, you have your break, and then it channels. I basically just see this as a spike and channel. And within this, I don't see too many things in here. You do have a first entry, second entry long. It fails, comes down, double bottoms. You kind of get this higher low setup here. Overall, looks pretty congested across the board. It makes its way back up to the previous swing high, and you can kind of just see it. Overall, you haven't actually established if we're breaking up to a new high, and so you got to stay out of stuff like this. As the market does make a new swing high here, kind of get this other higher low, bad signal bar. Now you get a double top right here. And then after the double top, we pull back, and you have 1, 2, and 3. So you can now understand that this is a upward trend channel after market opens. So that's why you got to be careful with pre-market. It can get noisy, it can get choppy. Finally, breaks the swing high, higher low, pulls up, get a lot of congestion, a lot of overlapping bars, rejection off previous day's high. Get a first entry, second entry long, failure. You kind of get this 1, 2, 3 wedge pattern here. Again, a lot of noise going on in here. There's really nothing that we're looking for, or that stands out. You might be able to argue maybe buying the lows here and selling the highs, but overall, I don't think this is a high probability setup here. Things do turn around by having it being support of previous day's high instead of rejection, as you can see, and it makes its way up. Get a move all the way up of the top of the trend channel, comes down, breaks, get a couple legs to a new high here. It tries and fails miserably. First trade comes in, which first entry pulls back, second entry long, above EMA, below EMA. Good failed second entry long there, and definitely get a nice runner on there if you're trading multiple contracts. That being said, as we get a nice outside bar closing on its high, never breaks this particular bar's low, inside bar fully closing on its high. Good signal that we're probably going to get a move higher if it goes above it, and we do. In this case, you finally get your first entry, pulls back. You do get a second entry short here, not the best signal bar. Maybe if yours was better, you could take it, but I didn't see this as a very appealing setup. That being said, we come down, lower high. We get past this previous swing low here, which is good, and then at 52.25, finally get a first entry, second entry short, failure, runs higher, back into basically just this trading range. This is kind of how I saw it, something like this here is more how I saw it. After that being said, we get rejection off the midline or the previous swing high here, as you can see. Always make sure you're marking those swing highs and swing lows. After that happens, you might say 1, 2, and 3 triple test here. This is a pretty low risk bar. It's just not very bearish, and I don't really like it after this big green bullish bar here. It's not really at the top. Maybe if it was at the rejection of the previous day's high, maybe you could make an argument there. Clear support here, outside bar closing on its high. This thing rallies higher, and then you finally get your first good trade in the day. Get your first entry, pulls back, whoops. Second entry long right here, great signal bar, and you also get another higher low to add on if you'd like. I'd enter with a limit order, especially for today, and you had plenty of room up to the highs here for 10 ticks, 2 points, whichever you like to do. Tries to break out here. Again, good signal bar. Maybe you enter on that if you understand that this is a breakout. Tries to go higher one more time, fails, and then it kind of leads into the bearish trend channel of the day here. After about 2 hours of market open, get a nice first entry, second entry long here. So from this high, tries once to go higher, tries twice to go higher, and fails. The only thing here is it already tried once, and It is a good signal bar. It's just pretty far away from the EMA, so maybe if you enter with a limit order, I wouldn't mind. But overall, I think you could just wait for a lower high or something, and you never get it. Price rejection all the way below EMA. Finally get a nice move up. First entry pulls back. Second entry short failure. I don't think this one's horrible. It's a good signal bar too, really good signal bar. And I mean, yeah, you have room for at least 2 points there, so I think that might be worth taking. And you're still looking for the break a new high, and you do get it. So after you get this small trading range established here, then you get a nice first entry, second entry long, and it fails. This is risky to take. The only thing I would say is that the reason I like this is you have the two matching double body highs here, completely getting rejected off the midline and the 21 EMA, so 2 key entry points, and it's above then below the EMA. And after you had this already one attempt going higher and it failed miserably, I think this is good context to take a failed second entry long. Get a leg down, first entry, second entry, tries to kind of just do this repeat pattern thing of this right here. Tries to go higher once. You get a first entry, second entry short, double top. Maybe you take this one. I didn't like it in real time. Too congested. I don't like how sideways it is. Anyways, it gets a leg down here. Finally, it gets a move up. Overall, pretty noisy. You can see how much stem is on these bars here and a little bit of sideways action here. You do get a first entry, second entry long. Maybe you go with this on as it's engulfing. Wouldn't go with it on all the way up here. Way too much risk. Unless you want to trail it maybe. I think you should just pass on this anyways though. You're bearish. You're just looking for shorts anyways, especially in this type of environment. That being said, you get another first entry, second entry long. Failure after you break a new high. I think this is quite decent for the day. As that being said, good signal bar as well. Above EMA, below EMA, good failure. This is where my first trade comes in for today. And we have a first entry. Well, first of all, we have this downward move. You have your first break, high probability, first entry, second entry short. Kind of actually misread this in the beginning. This is technically my signal bar right here. And I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. And I thought this was a signal bar. So I did enter with it being premature, which is bad on my part, just not paying attention fully. So I put my stop above where it needed to be, which was actually the signal bar here. And then I finally trailed it after this case and got my fill right there for 10 ticks. But you also had this lower high, so I could have been more patient and waited, and that would have been the correct move to do. Anyways, you get to move all the way down here, bottom of the trend channel, makes its way back up. You get a first entry, second entry long. Then you get this nice higher low here. And I thought this was actually not bad because you are looking for the break and new high still. Good signal bar, and you have room up for 2 points. And you get a little more. So that was pretty good. I like that actually. After the first entry, or you could see A, B, C. Then I started to realize there's an environment of nothing but selling, so making sure to go short here. We get a move all the way down, break, another leg down, just prices below EMA for a while. Then I see this 1, 2, 3 triple test. I see first entry, second entry short failure. And I thought this was actually going to break out at least back up to the swing high. And basically what happens here, this is a failed second entry short, but it's a break even trade. So what happens is as it breaks out, I enter. When this bar closes, it opens about right here. It goes up. I immediately move my stop loss to break even because if there's no follow through to continue upwards above this big green bar, it's probably just going to come back, and that's literally exactly what happened. So I've seen it before, learned from my mistake, and put it to break even. Then finally it does go where I thought it was going to do, just an outside bar. Traders, particularly in that instance, didn't feel the conviction to go higher until this bar here. Overall, trying to go long in a downtrend, the only reason I did was 1, 2, and 3 triple test with a first entry, second entry short failure, and then it went to a first entry, second entry short failure again. So I thought there was a lot of conviction here, and I was correct with the context. The timing, I think, was overall bad, and I also think this is a little too congested. So I think I should have just passed on this second entry short here or waited for a very good higher low, and it never came. Understanding the trending turning into a trading range here. I saw a measured move down. You basically get exactly to the tick to it. Failed breakout of this trading range. I saw first entry, second entry long failure. Try to do a runner here. As you can see, it tried once to go higher, it tried twice to go higher, and 1, 2, and 3. So you have a basically triple test on a smaller time frame, which is really the big reason I got into this, even though it is away from the EMA. I did see I had plenty of room with a limit order down to at least the 10 ticks, and I get it, and then it comes back, and then you get a first entry, second entry short failure, and it leads to this big move up. So not the best failed second entry long. I just with the day it was going with this huge move down. I thought this was a pause and we would get more follow through, but I guess not too much. So no runner on that one, but did get the 10 ticks. As it continues higher here, we get this really big move up here. And this is where the last trade comes in the day, and I would say the best trade. Huge move up. I saw A, B, C, and then I saw it also as a first attempt higher. And then I saw this whole move up as a second attempt higher here. With the breakout of this trading range at the top of the khaki trend, bearish trend channel, as we can see here. So I saw move up, break, first entry, second entry long, and then it was just absolute textbook double top. Good signal bar, also a hidden second entry short as well. So I initially get the first contract 10 ticks, and then I let this thing run, and then I get stopped out 1 tick above this bar right here. And so then I get the 7.5 points on the runner, and then 2.5 points on the first contract. There's still a little bit of time left in the day, but overall, I thought I'd just get this video out a little sooner than later, and I don't see anything else in here that seems decent to take. I did think this would go back down to the swing low, especially for it being the type of day it was, and they were going to try selling it off. But I had to trail my stop loss accordingly. And as you can see, that is why I always try to trail it above each big red bearish bar or green bar, depending on the direction of the trade. That's how I saw the market for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this chart review, and I will see you guys next time.